North. Now, they first went out around 2:30 this morning to check on a fire that was put out by a sprinkler system, but then had to return about an hour later after reports of flames coming from a chimney.
Fire officials say dust and bits of sunflower likely got caught in the chimney, and the first fire started near the oven. No word, though, on the full extent of damage this morning. The first day of filling sandbags for the Fargo area flood fight is in the books, and organizers are pretty pleased with the turnout and the progress. 407 volunteers showed up, and they got more than 39,000 bags ready to go where needed.
This year's Sandbag Central is located at the Cass County Highway Department, where 2 Spider sandbag filling machines are running. People will gather there to fill 200,000 bags for Fargo, West Fargo, and Cass County combined. And as the flood fight gears up, there will be places where those sandbags are needed much more than others.
And the Valley Today's Nishay Taylor joins us live with the details on where you might be seeing some impacts once the water starts to rise. Good morning, Nishay.
Good morning, Jordan and Ashland. Yeah, those sandbags will definitely come in handy once those river levels start to go up. I'm in an area where the river level could definitely impact. I'm right here on Elm Street in North Fargo near 14th Avenue and 15th Avenue. There's a bike path here. You already see the road sign. This is a typical area. They already have the signs up to shut the gate in case it ever floods. It only takes up to the river to get an extra 17 feet to even flood this area. So it's also a very high traffic area. So it's a common place for folks to even experience or be impacted by that flooding. Other areas of concern also includes the North Broadway Bridge, also 2nd Street. There's a temporary flood wall that goes up in that area in 2nd Street North in Fargo. There's also that permanent flood wall, but you know, the temporary flood wall still needs to go up there across on 2nd Street. Now, also other areas include city parks. There's also a park not too far from where I am. It's also right on the side of where the river is, so it's probably a common area where the park gets flooded throughout. And it only takes up to 25 feet for the parks to kind of flood out in the area. So, you know, folks are still getting prepared. City and county officials are preparing for potential flooding. So those sandbags will definitely come in handy when that time comes. Reporting live in Fargo, Nishay Taylor, Valley News Live.
Yeah, a lot of important information this morning as we continue our melt. Thank you for that this morning, Nishay.
And keeping track of how the weather is impacting our flood, meteorologist Lisa Green joins us now. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. We've been warming a lot over the past few days, especially yesterday, and that has led to more overland flooding developing. This is a photo from the Fox Home area. Lisa shared this with us, amongst other photos of overland flooding affecting some farmsteads there as well. So we're already experiencing this, and you can see the water running over that road there in Wilkin County. So a reminder, turn around, don't drown. Remember that phrase as you are coming up on floodwaters. You just don't know what's under that. It could be a washout that could be very deep. You just don't want to get yourself into trouble, especially that running water going over that road surface. A reminder, it just takes a foot of water that's running to sweep your car off the roadway. Here's a look at your conditions right now. Sunshine this morning. We've got a beautiful start to our day as we're looking over Fargo and Moorhead this morning. It's 43 degrees in Fargo. Wind is out of the south-southeast light at 7 miles per hour. In Moorhead, we're at 39 degrees. And looking at the Grand Forks, East Grand Forks area, the river's still frozen up at the bottom of your screen there. And we're looking at a temperature that's also still in that freezing range. We're at 31 degrees in Grand Forks. It feels more like 25. So still a nice start to the day. Some areas just a little cooler than others. We want to see more of those temperatures in that sub-freezing range to slow down the melt. Here's a look at our conditions. Right now we are quiet. Lots of places enjoying sunshine. There's a weak cold front moving through. You can see just a little bit of clouds up to the north and west. That's changing our wind direction. We'll see it turn from south to north. So in places like Fargo, out at the bus stop, we've got wind out of the south this morning. Pretty light with some sunshine. Temperatures in those 30s and 40s. And then later this afternoon, more of that light northerly breeze. We could see some winds gusting to around 20 with that north wind. Temperatures, though, still warm compared to where we've been. This is right around average, which is amazing to get to average here given how cool we've been in March and now into April. So that warm up continues today and then late tonight and then through the rest of the weekend, even into the weekend, chances for rain return. It's not going to rain the entire time, but the potential will be there, especially overnight tonight and into early Thursday, some isolated showers even some rumbles of thunder possible, so don't be surprised if you hear that. And then again Thursday night and into Friday, some of that may mix over to some light snow. We'll see what happens here Friday and into Saturday. You can see our low temperature Saturday morning below freezing. But the good thing is if you don't want to see any more snow, our daytime high is still well above freezing. So if we get some, it doesn't stick around, and we'll stay in that 40 to 50 degree range for your highs through the next 11 days. So the melt will continue and won't stop here now that we're into it.
Okay, but I'm loving how we're seeing the sunshine at this hour now.
Isn't that great? 6:45 our sunrise officially this morning in Fargo. And of course on the other end of the day, we're after 8 o'clock and we're still building more daylight as we go through the spring and heading up to that summer solstice.
Yeah, we like it. Lisa, thank you.
Many final contracts are now in place for emergency flood protection plans in the city of Fargo. Commissioners held a special meeting yesterday to approve local contractors to build clay levees, run emergency pumps, and haul sandbags.
They also approved a program where property owners can apply for reimbursement if their yards are damaged by sandbagging. The city engineer says they have contacted a handful of homeowners who have not accepted a flood buyout deal with the city, and Commissioner Dave Pepcorn believes that those people are putting their entire neighborhoods at risk.
That if, let's say that the worst happens and the flood gets very high, those houses have got to go, and we should be prepared to do that.
And because of the number of past home buyouts, the city engineer says they can isolate the remaining homes fairly easily. They would build clay levees around those homes, leaving them to fend for themselves. Well, take a look at this. Some people were taking advantage of the flooding in rural Clay County last night. Know that it is not a lake or a river. This was the scene in a flooded field off State Highway 9.
And while some people might be trying to make the best of this situation, authorities are urging you against doing this sort of thing. They say you should not go and run off water. You don't know what's in it or what could be beneath it. We have new information this morning on a house fire in the Northern Valley. Grand Forks firefighters say that 2 pets died and the home now has extensive damage after a fire last night on the city's north side.
Fire crews pulled up to the 300 block of 6th Avenue North. It was just after 7 p.m. That's where they found heavy smoke coming from the building and then flames inside. One resident now displaced. Investigators still looking for that cause. In just 72 hours, 3 people were hit by a car while riding their bikes in North Dakota and across the river in Moorhead. One of those cyclists died.
The other 2 were injured, prompting cycling enthusiasts to urge better driving and riding habits for everyone.
You always got to be watching out for the people that aren't watching out for you.
For too long, motor vehicle people, myself included, have said, we're the only ones on the road. We pay the taxes, get out of our way. There's nothing that's that important.
Now, both men we just heard from say be extra aware at four-way stops along with crosswalks and stop lights, and they remind cyclists to wear bright colors at night, really all the time, and don't blast your music in your headphones. So that way you can pay attention to the noise you hear when riding, and make sure that you have both a reflector and a light on your bike as well.
As snow clears out of your backyard, be on the lookout for evidence of voles. You'll know it when you see it. The rodents leave trench-like tunnels across your lawn. Voles are similar looking to a fat or oversized mouse with small ears and a stubby tail.
Yeah, they eat grass and bark off trees if they find it under the snow. They do go underground though, so it can be pretty hard to catch them. There's a picture of the animals there. Lawn experts say one way to repel them is to put granular castor oil on your grass in the summer or fall and then water it in about 10 minutes to activate it. The vole problem tends to run in cycles and has a lot to do with snow coverage and how long that snow sticks around. Potholes are a problem most everywhere and for everyone, but movie star and former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger is not just complaining about them.
Nope, he busted out a shovel and asphalt and filled potholes along some Los Angeles streets yesterday. Schwarzenegger says he's fed up with the big ruts in his neighborhood, so he joined a work crew on pothole patrol. Want a job up north, buddy?
Boy, we could use them around here.
Hasta la vista, potholes.
We'll get a load of this story. We have a moose back on the loose in Alaska after some Good Samaritans rescued it from an icy river near Fairbanks. Now it took 6 people to get that animal out of the water on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, state troopers sent her on her way, luckily, with a reminder of the dangers of thawing ice. I'm so glad they were able to pull her to safety.
The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on.
Yeah, take care, everybody. See you next time.